trip here to Peru, so I've never been here before, but I've had the blessing of serving as one of the pharmacists on the team alongside my husband, who's also a pharmacist, so that's been really special. I think the thing that has struck me the most is how kind everyone has been this whole time. The Peruvian people have just been so welcoming, and they're very grateful, and I think for me, I learned a lot about how Americans, we take a lot of things for granted and we always want for more, but here it seems like everyone is just very grateful for what they already have, and everyone is very content, and that's been very special to experience and see as well. So I've definitely seen a lot of patients that have come in that have disease states that we don't necessarily see in the United States, you know, whether it's malnutrition or worms, things that we don't always experience, and that's been a little bit tough to just see them experiencing things that we can't fully understand, especially when they don't have clean food or drinking water like we have so readily available. But I do think that their kindness just shined through, and their contentness shined through, and any help that they were able to receive was just they were always very grateful and gracious. The homes that they lived in, I thought were especially interesting too, especially because they had no doors on a lot of them, which in America for us is something that we just don't ever really see. You know, everyone wants to lock their doors and close it, have air conditioning, and that's just not really a thing here, but no one seems to complain about it, and I think that that's really neat.
This is my third year back in Pucallpa for the medical mission trip. It's been so special to see the way that the Lord moves before us. Before we took this trip, we were in 1 Thessalonians, and in it talks about how the Holy Spirit, how the Lord goes before us. And one of the things that Jesus has been teaching me recently, reminding me a lot of, is that as humans we are so myopic. Like we only see so much ahead of us, but we are designed that way. We're not meant to know everything, and the Lord has an aerial view of all time, from the beginning and to the end. And so it's been so special coming to Pucallpa and seeing the way that the Lord has moved before us, and how He guides our path. But just the fact that He goes before us and He paves the way. He is the one that prepares the hearts and the minds of the people that we see. Not only do we have opportunity to share the gospel with our brothers and sisters here in Pucallpa, but they also teach us just as much. Like, for example, yesterday, one of the people that came to my station, we took care of his physical needs, you know, helping with stroke prevention. But then the Lord paved the way for us to also allow him to be fed spiritually, and he came to know Christ yesterday and accept Him into his heart, and now he's been elected the leader of his village, and he wants to take that new life on so he can lead others well. And that's what it's really about. It's not about numbers, how many patients we see, all the things that we do for them physically, but it's more about, yes, it is about the physical health, and He's given me and my teammates a gift and a talent that we can use for the people here, but it's more so about multiplication, multiplying the kingdom of God. It only takes one person to. One person can tell the village, and the village can spread, and it multiplies. But that's done by the power of God and His glory and His goodness, and also just His grace and mercy to us, for us to be sanctified in Him and through Him. So that's why I keep on coming back. Pucallpa has become like a second home, essentially. It's like this peace washes over me, because I know the Lord is with me, and He already knows what's going to happen. And the ministry down here is already building, and we just get to walk alongside our brothers and sisters for the mission of spreading the Lord's word.
My role here for this medical mission trip is to do triage, so take patients' vital signs. Something that I have seen and have experienced here is just the people are so thankful, and they're so kind, they're so welcoming, and they're excited to be able to receive medical care, which for me is so special because a lot of the people in the United States, they don't realize how easy or how much more privilege we have to be able to go to the doctor if we have a cough or if we need urgent care or an emergency. Like, it's accessible, and here just for them to receive a toothbrush is one of the best things in the world. So that was very touching for me to see. When patients are being triaged by myself and by Myra, they're so thankful, and they're just so grateful to be taken care of, and that's very special. One of the main things that I think I'm taking away from this trip is we didn't just come here to serve, but in reality, they give so much back to us as well. They are very thankful, and they're very, they're just genuine people, and they give us back love. They give us back just a reminder of how sweet the gospel is, and they're so thankful because they tell us that they say God bless you, and that's something that's so special because I didn't realize how much I needed this trip just to do a check-in with myself and my heart, and just be thankful to God that He has given me so many blessings that I have taken, for granted, and just seeing them so happy and so content is very heartwarming, and I'm very thankful for this experience. It's very eye-opening to see someone else's reality and to compare that to my own reality, and I'm just so thankful for God's blessings, and I would love to come back and serve the people of Pucallpa again.
Well, mi nombre, Dr. Taylor. I learned to say that, and I am an obstetrician gynecologist, so I only take care of women. So it has been a pleasure to bring that aspect of healthcare here to Peru. I love the Peruvian people. I love the people from the city. I love the people that we traveled out to the jungle to see. Everybody was very nice. They were very kind. They were very appreciative, but most importantly, they were willing to open up their hearts to us and to share with us their physical needs. We know that we can't provide everything, but we thank God that the medicines that He has given us, that He will bless it so that it will fill in the gap for what we don't have. I also found that with women, some of it was just explaining to them what the problem was and to reassure them that nothing was really wrong, and also to encourage them to go back if they needed to go back to their doctors, and just giving them information, because oftentimes people are destroyed because they don't know. So the more you can inform a person, oftentimes the better that they feel. But I have so enjoyed my time being here. Sometimes in rural areas, people feel like they're forgotten. So when we show up, we hope that they know that God is using us to tell them that they are not forgotten, that He loves them, and that He's here for them. And we're simply tools, instruments to share God's love.
is Sylvia Shapiama. I have been transiting with medical teams for some years now, and the impact they have locally, it opens doors to be able to share the gospel. I live here full time, so I'm able to see them and invite them to church and different studies, and have the medical teams open doors so that we can continue working locally with the people here. Some of these places don't have the ability to have medical treatment, so this does help to take medical treatment to remote places or to people that wouldn't get them normally. So they're able to get it to their door because we come to them, so that is a big advantage as well.
I believe this is the 9th year that I've been coming to Pucallpa. I'm not sure how many trips I've made. In the beginning, I did a lot of work with the water systems, where we would put in clean water filtration systems and do education about clean water and the importance of hygiene and those kinds of things. In the past 2 years, I have come to do medical trips, and watching the doctors and the nurses use the skills that they have been trained to do because they have been called to do that, and being able to come and serve in that way has been so powerful. Just to watch people volunteering their time but doing the stuff that they would do at home to make money, I don't know, it's super inspiring. I love the people here. The people of Pucallpa and Peru in general are gentle and quiet and so beautiful. And so that's another reason I love to keep coming back, and just seeing the ways that God works all around the world, and seeing how, though there's different cultures and different ways of living, we're all the same, and God created us all the same pretty much. We have the same needs, the same desires, and to be able to connect with other people in a different part of the world is really special. So that's why I keep coming back.
Hi, I'm Spencer. I'm from Mission Church in Memphis, Tennessee, and this is my 7th time to come to Peru. And usually when I come here, I work on the clean water filtration systems. And that is kind of a passion of mine for more than one reason. People need clean water here, but also I'm kind of a technical, hands-on kind of guy. So it's something where I can get in and get my hands dirty building these filtration systems. So it's something that I really enjoy. And it's also being able to work alongside the people here, the Peruvians that are also involved in the different ministries and in the water systems, practicing and trying to learn Spanish, but trying to accomplish things. You know, if we have a project on a water system, just trying to learn how to communicate that. But it is really, it is really great when we come back, when I come back the next time and I see these water systems in action, and I see that they're being utilized and providing clean, safe drinking water for people. It really is something that just warms my heart. It is something that really makes me proud of all the work that we're doing, and not just Mission Church from Memphis, Tennessee, and not just the team, and not just myself, but everybody here, the people, the locals individuals here that also assist. There's so many great people that I work with here. And, that's another really important thing that I really appreciate is that every time I come back, we work with the same people. And it's building those relationships. And that's just something that's just really amazing. And, God has just really been provided these opportunities that's more than I can imagine. And I really just enjoy it.